Hey guys, so I'm going to show you the second part of using the grid. So I know my grid is a little hard to see. It's on my cell phone. I wasn't able to print it out. But anyway, you can see here's my image. I have my grid line drawn on there. You probably have some tools on your device too that you should be able to create maybe a grid line with nice straight lines. So anyway, what I'm going to do with this, I'm going to take it, I'm going to enlarge it over here. So I'm going to start with that grid line. And I'm just going to divide my sketchbook page in half. So my sketchbook is 8 1/4, so I'm going to do 4 1/8. And then for this I have to measure twice because my ruler doesn't stay straight unless I do. So I've got my two lines here marked and measured, and then I need to line my ruler up right in that space. Okay, so you can kind of see I got a tick mark there, one up there. Line my ruler up really close to both of those, a little closer. And then I'm just going to go ahead and draw. And you want to make this light so that you can erase it. Then I'm going to measure. So my book is 11 inches. So half of 11 is 5.5. So I'm going to make a 5.5 tick mark there, and then another tick mark here, 5.5. And then line my ruler up on those two little marks. So you can kind of see here and here, line it up, nice. Scribe the line. I'm making them dark, but if I were you, make it super light so that you can barely see it. So you can't really see that for the video purpose, but I'm going to make it dark just so you can see it. All right, so now I have this divided. And now I kind of know, like, it's just a way to help you sort of like lay things out for your portrait. So this is what I'm trying to create. I think actually my page, this is more square than my page. My page is a little more rectangle. So I think I'm going to like just edit this a little bit, modify it, just because I can see that by my eye. And if I don't like make this a little smaller, my heads will get stretched out and everything will look a little bit funky. All right, so the first thing I notice here, so you can use these little guidelines as ways to figure out where to place things. So his mouth is kind of like right here and in the middle. So that gives me one guideline. His nose is up here a little bit. So it's just going to help me sort of place and figure out where things go. Wow, his head goes way up here actually. So now I can tell like, oh, okay, that's going to look weird because now I can see that I probably got the nose not quite the right size or in the right place. So I think I'm going to have to like maybe raise that up a little bit, actually bring the nose out a little bit more. All right, so it does help you to kind of like place and solve problems. Do you have to use this grid line out method? No, you don't. Okay. So just be aware that you don't have to use it. So I'm just doing some rough guidelines just to figure out like where do things go. Okay, he's got some puffy hair there. So I'll put that there. And I'm just kind of roughing it so you can see I missed like big time here. I can erase that later. I'm not really going to worry so much about erasing right now. I just want to kind of get a rough guideline just to get everything sort of in place where they need to go. And then I'll sort of check it and see if I'm getting it right or not. All right, and then this is here, and then he's got a shoulder that sort of comes this way, that goes all the way over, touches this line. So I don't know, maybe I didn't need to make this so short. Yeah, I don't know. All right, so then here, I'm looking for the guideline here. Where is this arm touching? So it just helps me to sort of place things within the frame of the picture. All right, now I have this second person back here. And you can kind of see the back of his head is just over the line. And then, that's where his neck sort of goes this way. The top of his ear is touching that line. So it just gives you a few references to figure out how big and where to place things in your picture. So I'm going to start here because this is an easy, smaller shape. And let's see. And then the back kind of goes down here and hits this person. So if you like this method, I'm going to say use it. It helps me when I'm trying to make a picture, get the right proportions and if I'm trying to make a small picture bigger. All right, so just kind of be aware there's, different reasons for using things. And this just helps me get some things organized. All right, so now I've got like some general placements and it feels pretty good. Not sure if it's 100% right, but it feels pretty good. The other thing you can do with some things like this is I'm going to cite the line that kind of goes this way. Okay, this weird fence thing. Nope, that's wrong. So that I can see here that runs into like his head. I think the head probably needs to come out here more. But anyway, citing, using all kinds of different tools, techniques, and ideas to get things in place like where they belong in the image. So if you like this layout idea, use it. But if it's easier just to take a drawing like this without the lines and free draw, so I could even, just kind of look like this and sort of free draw large shapes and just try to get, placement this way, that also kind of works. So whichever is going to work best for you, I'm going to say use that tool, use that technique that's going to work best for you. All right, guys, have fun with this. But this is how I would start. It's just like really rough, loose, light lines. Good luck.